Hi guys, and welcome back for another video here at Ricky's Vape Spot. Today we'll be taking a look at the Zelos 50W kit by Aspire. So I really do like Aspire as a company because they proved to me many times over that they really do have quality products and quality atomizers and awesome coils that you can use basically for a long time. And that's not different with this kit. So this is the Zelos 50W kit. It does come with this mod, and it comes with this new Aspire Nautilus tank, the Nautilus2. This is actually the next generation of the Nautilus tank, which was one of the best tanks and still today is one of the best tanks. And the thing that proves this is basically that the new tank is using the same coils as the old tank, and given the performance, they basically work really similar as those tanks. They do have some things that I like more and some things that I dislike with the new tank. But we'll go through that a little bit later. So this kit was sent to me for the purposes of this review by MTMstore, and they do have it in stock right now. So if you're a beginner vapor or if you're looking for a great mouth-to-lung experience, would highly recommend to go and check out their website. I will leave all the links down in the description box below. But for now and first, let's go dive down to the table and have a close look at what comes in the box. Okay guys, and here we are up close and personal with the Aspire Zelos, the 50W kit. Yeah, and this is something that's that they started putting on packages, and it's absolutely crazy that something like this has to be on it. This product contains nicotine, which is a highly addictive substance. Although this kit really doesn't contain nicotine, it's just the device itself. Well, yeah. So I don't know what to say about that. So anyways, this is the front of the device. There's some scratch and check authenticity code on the side. On the bottom we have Aspire. There's some info on where to find more infos on their website. On the bottom, Aspire, top Aspire. On the back here we do have some package contents, as well as some company infos, and you get your color indicator as well as which color this device is. And again, that this product contains nicotine. So yes, let's open it up. And inside we do have the Aspire, the Zelos mod here, and the tank right next to it. Let's take it out and see what else comes in the package, in the box. We do have a user manual. We do have a warranty card. We do have a quick setup guide, I guess what it is. Then again, how to use the coils. And underneath we do get some extra O-rings for the tank. We do get an extra coil. We do get an extra mouthpiece here. And we do get an extra replacement glass, as well as, of course, a USB charging cable here. So I really have to say everything that you could ever need is basically in this box, in this package, except of course the nicotine or juice. So that's something that you will for sure not get in this box. So let's put this aside for now and let's take a look at the device itself. So the Aspire Zelos, it's actually a pretty small mod. It does have an internal battery, 2500 milliamp hour battery. It's not replaceable, but you can of course recharge it. It does have a spring-loaded pin there. The top here is 22 millimeters, so whatever 22 millimeter tank you screw on, that should look pretty good. I think it might be even 23. It does have some room to play here. We'll remove the tank for now, just to not fire it accidentally. We do have some venting holes on the bottom here, and on the front there is this fire button and the plus and the minus button, as well as your USB charging port here, and the screen is right here in the middle. This is some type of an aluminum body, and it's really light actually, and I could even compare it size-wise to the iStick 40 watts. The iStick 40 watts being somewhat shorter than the Zelos, but basically that is approximately the same size. Might be a little bit bigger, this one. And let's check out the weight. Both of them do have an battery installed, so I will put the Aspire Zelos on here. 121 grams and 102. So it is a little bit heavier, but I do have to say the build quality is definitely much better on this one than on this one. So you get some, you lose some, but I think I definitely prefer this one. To the looks as well. I mean, the black with the silver or gray accents here looks really nice actually, and it's really comfortable to hold in your hand as well. Okay, and let's take a look at the new Aspire Nautilus. It does come with a removable drip tip. Should you want to change it, you can do so. This one is plastic and you do get the stainless steel one. It unscrews from the base like so, and it does come apart a little bit more different than you're used to until now. This whole section actually comes down and you're left with this type of bell cap. But this one also kind of helps secure the glass section here so it won't break that easily. Underneath here we do have the glass section. This is actually how you fill the tank as well. You can remove or replace the glass tank here, and then you get to the coil, you unscrew it, you basically change it again, and then you screw it back in. Underneath here we do have the airflow, and as you can see there is holes going from big holes to small holes, which you can basically change. It doesn't click at every hole into place, but it stops at the end and here. So I think this is more finely adjustable than the original Nautilus Mini. This tank does have a 2 ml capacity, if you were wondering, and as with this is TPD compliant. What's interesting actually with the Nautilus 2 is that they are still using the same coil heads, and those coil heads are functioning really good. So that's definitely a good indicator as of what direction this is going to, and you don't really have to change something that's good, only if you can make it better. This glass tank section basically is, I think, the only con that I can find with this device, and that is that you can't really replace this coil without taking off the glass. So in order to get to the coil, the tank needs to be empty. Then you lift it up and then you unscrew it and screw it back together. So what we will do now is we will fill this one up with liquid and let it saturate a little bit. Always remember to prime your coils. Put a few drops inside. Right. Okay. And then let's just fill it up from the side. And they do say to close the tank immediately after you fill it, but since this is a new coil, I don't think they should have any problem with gurgling and stuff. So let's fill this up like so. Let's leave some room on top. And then I will put this part back on top here and then just screw it in like so. And screw it all the way down so you won't get any leaking. Okay, and this one is basically ready to go. Until this tank actually wicks up, I will leave it aside. So let's quickly go through the mod. It's 5 clicks to turn it on. And what's really cool is actually it rotates the screen automatically. So if I put it here, see? No need to swap your screen rotation, it swaps automatically. To turn the device off, we click it 5 times, but this actually just locks the device. If you want to shut down the whole system, you hold the fire button for 3 seconds after it's locked, and then it goes totally into off state. But if you're carrying it around, just 5 clicks will do the job. Definitely. So let's turn it back on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now, in order to get to some other modes of the device, you will press the fire and the minus and the plus button, and then you can actually go into the mode you have. So we have voltage, we have watts, we have temperature control, stainless steel, titanium, nickel, and bypass mode. And back again to voltage. Let's put it back to watts. And let's dial that in. If you want to lock your minus and plus button, you just actually press the fire and the plus button, and then it will lock the device. And same thing to unlock it again. So I think the tank is now ready. Let's screw it back together. Okay, and we do have it here. It's 0.756 ohms, 9 volts. We can go higher. Oh yeah, another thing that I wanted to show you, if you press it 3 times while the device is on, 1, 2, 3, this will go into stealth mode. And stealth mode is basically you can vape it, but the screen won't show. So don't mistake that for as the device is turned off, because this one still vapes. To go out of stealth mode, just click it 3 times again, 1, 2, 3, and the screen is lit back on. So yeah, as I said, the stealth mode is just for if you need to be somewhere where you don't want the screen to light up. You just go into stealth mode and you can vape your device while the screen is turned off. Okay, I think that was about it for this device. Let's go back to top, have a vape, and talk a little bit more about it. So I really have to say that the vape experience with Nautilus 2 is really it's a really nice experience. You get something basically that you've known for years but haven't maybe used in a while, and it's basically a really similar experience to the Nautilus Mini, their first gen, although this is a 22mm device and this is, I think, 16 or so, or 18mm device. Sorry, tank. But the coils that are inside are basically the same coils, so you do get a similar experience. I know that they've actually come out with another coil, the same type of coil, but a little bit a lower ohm coil. This is the 0.75 or yeah, 0.75 ohm coil. And this one works really good, especially given the fact that you have a really large option to adjust your vaping experience with the airflow here. You can have it wide open, and this will give you a really restricted lung hit. So this tank is definitely not for someone who direct lung hits. But if you are a mouth-to-lung vapor or somewhere in the middle, I think this might be for you. It is pretty tight while it's wide open, but I'm more actually interested in the mouth-to-lung experience here. And I've played a little bit around with it, and I have to say the smallest hole is really nice. It's a really restricted hit, really restricted even for mouth-to-lung. But I do kind of like it. And one thing that I really like about it is how silent the tank is. You can't basically hear it. So if I open it up to the second hole, this is going to be a little bit more open, of course. And as well, you can hear it. You can hear it a little bit more. But still, it's really on the silent side. Having it fully open, it's a little bit louder, but I would still say it's a silent tank compared to other tanks. So I will close this down because I do have a 12mg juice inside. It's not really nice. It's not really good for lung hitting. Works good. So the device itself, I actually really like it. It's something that you can throw in your pocket and it just works. One thing that you do have to remember is definitely charging in. I'm so used to going out with extra batteries right now that I don't even care if my mod is charged or not. I just have always some fresh batteries with me. But if you're a beginner vapor, and of course if you are vaping this at some lower watts, I think this will definitely get you through the whole day, no matter what. So this does have a 2500 milliamp hour battery built inside, and this should give you enough power. So the mod does go from 1 watt all the way to 50 watts, should you ever need to do so. But if you're gonna use it with this tank, with this coil, so I'm having it right now at 15 watts. I can even go 14 and a half watts. And this gives you plenty of vapor, especially if you're a beginner and if you're really looking for those restricted mouth-to-lung hits. With some higher nic juice, I think this is really good. So this one will definitely go on to my recommendation list for new vapers that want to start vaping or give up smoking. And basically the only cons for this device that I could find was for the Nautilus2 tank. While it is pretty easy to use and beginner friendly in terms of if this drops on the floor, it will probably resist breaking, but still it's kind of, you have to take off the full top cap here and then take care of the glass that it doesn't wobble out or something. So, but this is definitely the only con that I found with this device. I didn't have any leaking, any spit back whatsoever, and I mean those coils are pretty good. So this is definitely a really good all-in-one kit, a good starter kit for all you new vapors out there, and I can only highly recommend this one. Let's talk a little bit about the price point for this device. Let me just go to their website, MTM Store. So on the MTM Store it goes for 71.51 euros, and in kunas that's 522.01 kunas. Also, should you be interested only in the Nautilus2, the Aspire Nautilus2, it goes for 33.31 euros, or in kunas that's 243.13 kunas. If you do own a mod and you want this mouth-to-lung experience, you can get the tank separately, of course. And having that said, that's basically all there is to it. Once again, I would like to say a big thank you to MTM Store for sending me this device for the purposes of this review. And I will leave all the links down in the description box below as of where to get it. So I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel. That would mean a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching. I'm wishing you all a wonderful rest of the day. Let's keep on vaping, and I'll see you again pretty soon.